Well, hello and welcome to yet another MapTool Corner with me, Fellonius the Wizard, your happy MapTool amateur. Today we're going to check on some figure gaming, and we're going to do at least 3 other guys, and then we're going to look a bit on my own solution on one of them. This first one is something I don't know much about. It's called Warhammer Quest, and as far as I can see, it's Games Workshop, because Warhammer is mostly about Warhammer 40k, and that's Games Workshop. And I can also see a Troll Slayer, and I can see a War Dancer, and that's really Warhammer. It's in orcs, well, minotaurs and stuff. But then we get a wizard, barbarian, even if he looks more like a wizard to me, an elf, and that really looks more like a barbarian to me, and a dwarf. Well, that should be the elf. Yeah. Now these marks, let's see if we can find anything. Toughness, I don't know anything. And down here some libs, alright. So let's open up, as you all know, the campaign properties. These are the most important thing. In basic we have the basic. These are the ones that are original inside MapTool. So these are not done anything about. So we go to Warhammer Quest, and if it's a star, then it showed property on the stat sheet, and then you can see it out in the map. We have some defaults, 4, 3, 0, and so on. And then they also have some sort of macro counting. If armor is over 0, there's something about getting inside, getting the armor inside the toughness. Let's see. Dead. Yeah, that's right. That's an easy one. And we have tripped, webbed, bloodlust. Right. Well, probably totally okay. The guy behind this one is called CoveredInFish, and he's actually a very good MapTool man. He's also one of those who you will find answer your questions at the MapTools Forums. So if you see CoveredInFish, you know he's one of the experts. So he can use these libs and stuff without any hesitation. I have no idea. That's me. What's that? Is that some sort of... Nope. Here's some count. Okay, well, doesn't make any sense. Shouldn't, suppose. Now, we can suspect that they have come from the stairs and they have made that entry, and they're going down somewhere. Let's check the other map. That's called Dungeon 2. Here's some more stuff, and as you can see, over here are plenty of extra thing outside of the line of sight. The line of sight, these things you can see a bit written, is actually what you can see if you are a player. Alright. So this is what the players see when they log in. Not much, right? So we'll get back to it. It's a very neat one. If you know the rules to this one, you can actually use it straight up from the top. The thing about the wizard and all that stuff is more or less... Here's barbarian again. Wizard, elf, dwarf, war dancer. It could just as well be Hero Quest, because Hero Quest looks a bit like this. So if I open this door, and I can do that with defogging like this, and move one of the players. Nope, couldn't. Okay, now let's see another one. Now the next one, just a moment. The next game is called Heroclix. It's from the Wiz Kids, and it's about the superheroes against the supervillains of our different types of universes. You know what I mean, I suppose. It's squared, as you can see, and it's a modern setting. The guy who made this one, Vera, said that it was a bit big map, but well, never mind. And here's the guys. He's Spider-Man. Infinity Challenge, he's a rookie. And here's Juggernaut. Okay, I suspect that Juggernaut, Hobgoblin, he's a villain, I know that for a fact. Yeah, Vulture, Boomerang. Captain America is a hero. Wolverine is a hero. Wasp, never heard of. So it's these four against these four, and you do it in teams. These stuff I have no idea what it is, and we can't find any macros on these ones. Heroclix has a very strange thing. You need to, if you're taking a hit, then you are going to do, the base is going to turn some clicks. That's why the name is called clicks. So let's go and see how the campaign properties is done in this one. Basic is basic, so we just skip that one. Oh dear, what's this? Here we got number, range, then it's flight capable, 0, okay. Flight, point cost. Here it is, click 1. Okay, that's a lot of zeros on everything except for 7, that's a 21. Okay. So we start with the basic values, and if you take some hits, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 clicks, and you just go downwards. And when you reach a certain amount of click, you are eliminated. I should say eliminated because that's the most important thing. And it's a very nice looking board, actually. Let's see if we can. It says something down in the corner. Oh yeah. The Lab. Wiz Kids Heroclix. And it's made by Dungeony. Mapping software, www.dungeon.com, 2005. Now these pink or cerise are the starting fields. I'm not totally sure about the yellow. That's probably inside. The green might be a level up, because in this case you are using elevation. Not much, of course not, but you are using elevation, and you have like a +1 or +2 if you're using that one. So it's rather easy. But the problem with elevation, or at least that's what guys, experts like CoveredInFish says, is that you can't use it. Now that's not totally true. I think that in Heroclix you can really use it, and in some other things as well, because you can always, in one way or another, mark the level you're at. I'm actually going to do a framework that's nearly almost totally about elevation, because it's a flying game. And in a flying game you are not flying on one level alone. You are going to race or dive or whatever. But there is one game, however, that can't do that. And that game is Necromunda. Now, the elevation part is okay. You are going like 1, 2, 3 or even 4 floors up. You have your basic level, but you can't go downwards. But you can always go 3 inches up. Oh, sorry. That should be like 10 feet. In real life, I suppose. I'm not totally sure, but you're using inches. You're using actually the base plate, and you have 4 steps, 4 inches. So you can use 3 inches to get up a ladder, and then you can stand pretty much safe on top of that one. That's 4. there is one thing that is worse, both elevation wise but also hitting wise. There is one way of calculating how you shoot, and that is from eye to victim. You are going to see from the figure's eyes down to the one you're shooting at. So in order to see how much do I really see this guy, you need to see it from the eye of the figurine. And that's not possible in MapTools. I can't see how that's going to be. And if you're also going to do it from in the middle of a table and upwards, that's elevation as well, you're going to use, I need to use a mirror to do that in the real game. I can't do that in MapTools. So that's actually one thing that's not good. Talking about Necromunda, that's a Games Workshop game, so let's head over to another one of those that actually works top notch in MapTools. Now this is a game called Blood Bowl. It's American football with a twist. You are inside the Warhammer universe. That means that you are playing with orcs and dwarves and all that stuff. Even chaos is in there doing its chaos. Now, according to the rules, it's a rather easy, fun-going game, but they are always updating the rules. I think that when this guy is called Daelkyr was making his version in 2009, I think, it was Living Rulebook 5.0, and actually that is still the latest Blood Bowl rulebook. And even the new computer games are built on that one. As you can see, he has started his version, and well, he just dropped, mainly because he's a bit afraid of the implications with trademarks and stuff. I understand him, but I couldn't resist. I just had to test myself, and we're going to check my version of Blood Bowl. Alright, here is my little version of Blood Bowl. This is my first version. I have started trying to get a bit more out of it, and I've scanned my own playing board, and it didn't really get out that well. Now, here's the dugouts. There's where you put your players when you're not actually using them. Because you can't have more than 11 players on the pitch. So in this case, this team has to get at least 3 guys out because there are 14 on the team. We'll keep track of the score. You have something called re-rolls. I think these guys do have 3 plus 1. Okay, this is the old rules, I must say. I started to look into Blood Bowl, just can I make it from my own Swedish rules, because I've translated them. And I can start at least. So what I've done here is actually from the 2004 revised version, or what is called more exactly Blood Bowl 4.0. It's based on 3.0 with all the things. So this ruler, and the problem with this one is it doesn't make more than 45 degrees. I would love to have it another way, but I can't. But I suppose there are some sort of way of getting that. It's not snap to grid, so might have some sort of, yeah, ease on. Never mind, let's put that on the side. Over here we have the agility rolls. I've collected them and put them inside here. This is actually scanned from the original parts, or most of the things are scanned from the original parts. The tokens I had to take much of them from, much of what I had already in pictures. There's the ball. Now we're going to get inside the campaign properties at once, and as you can see, I'm using the basic for the team players. I'm using the marker, that's the team marker, in order to get all these stuffs, and the agility marker has its own one. So I'm using that just to get some text out on the thing. Remember to use different types of names back over here. Now let's get down to the pitch. We can see the things. That's the team marker. Cadrin Slayers, it's a dwarf team. Team rating 138. Now the team rating have changed, so it's now down to team value. You see the re-rolls 3+1, that's an old rule from the 2004 revised version. Fan factor 4, and total cost 1,270,000. So that's what they have. And if we look at the team players, this is Agathon Halfface. He's a blitzer, he's got movement of 5, movement action, he's got strength of 3, agility 3, and an armor value of 9, and he's got some skills. But if we open his token, we also find that all the stuff that is on the roster, completions, touchdowns, interceptions, casualties, most valuable player, and all that, is also inside his token. Yeah, I just decided not to show it to anyone. Now that one, name, is actually rather useless because he's already got his name up there. I will probably remove that in a later version. So this is what I've done because I couldn't resist myself. As you can see, here is the board. It's not very nice, but at least I could get it to fit the grid, and that's good because you can use the grid then. Alright, so I think it's playable, and I hope to show you a newer version with some more rules changed and stuff later on. That's the figure games. Next time we are going to look at 2 games that's very hard to get. It's not for sale anywhere, and if it is, it's free sales and stuff. And I've just remade those 2 into frameworks for MapTool in order to, yeah, it's going to be playable for many others. Alright, this was MapTool Corner. Thanks for watching. Bye.